you from OT Life Hacker. Hello everyone, it is OT Life Hacker live and here to give you guys the 5 ultimate tips for finding that 2021 happiness. So, how to make every single year 2021 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus many years after that a happy year? I am so glad you came here. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you, that will help. But no, thank you for being here first off. Yeah. And let's get into it. Quick shout out to all the healthcare workers out there who are also helping a buttload in making 2020 the year of us still living through all the chaos and madness that's going on. Thank you for giving us these many chances at life. We love you all. Thank you so much. And my significant other who is in the hospital right now working, he is a physician, hospitalist. He is wanting to tell everyone to have a happy new year, happy and safe new year, and keep that social distancing, please, and to do your best to keep yourself safe and happy. All right, guys, drum roll, please. Here we go. It is time for the 5 tips for happy 2021 plus many years after that. Yay. All right. Oftentimes we are told, do what makes you happy. Do you. Be happy. What the heck does that mean? Every time someone would tell me that, I'm like, I'm like, I'm so lost. Clearly I don't know anything because I don't know what is me. What does it mean to be you? All right, guys, let's go to the very, very beginning of how to even figure out what it means to be you. Define what happiness is to you. So we've got that dictionary book that says what happiness is. But it's kind of like everything in life, that the things we learn, the craft that you learn, you are taught those foundational tools and knowledge, but that isn't what is going to make your business or your life, your job, your position successful. It's you bringing in that quality. Many times when you go for a job interview, they're not just looking at your skills. They're not just looking at your knowledge in the field. They're looking at what unique qualities you bring, because everyone goes to school or goes to training for the fundamental knowledge, but you have to craft it into your own. So you bring your personality, you bring your background, your culture, maybe you speak another language, you bring that to the table. We each have something, many things that are unique about us. And that is what ultimately everyone is wanting to have. Well, how you'll get the job is you bring that is you. You be you. And so define what happiness is to you. Get that dictionary textbook and say, okay, so happiness is, getting those feelings of joy and living in that moment. Well, what moment is that for you? The process and the end result. So think about, reflect as you're going through the process of doing something, of doing a project, of spending time with friends. What are you feeling? In those moments that you feel your ultimate, like, I love this. I love what I'm doing right now. What is it that you love about it? Is it the people that you're spending time with? Is it the feelings that you're is it the things that you're doing? when you're doing what is making you feel good. So the feelings that you get that you want to happen over and over again, that is ultimately very likely your happiness. And we can often, I'm often going to be telling you guys throughout this video that if you take anything away from this, please let that be that do what, balance out doing and reflecting. So turning inwards. People often say to just turn inwards. You can't just turn inwards because, well, I mean, if it works for you, then go ahead and do it. But for me, what works is turning inwards to reflect on things that I have and am doing. So constantly keep doing things and reflecting on them as you do them. Because for me, staying in one place for days and days just reflecting and hiding away, that doesn't work for me. It may work for some of you, and that's fantastic. If you found what works for you, I'm so happy. Keep doing it. And if you find that you like it, but maybe you want to try something different, maybe you are ready to take it to another level and get out there and start doing other things, that you turn inwards and you're like, you know what, I feel like I should try these things. Do it. That's yourself telling you that you are at the stage to try out these things and go and do it. All right, so I think I'm like jumping the gun to all the other ones that I want to tell you guys. All right, so reflect on the moments when you are happy. Now we said define what makes you happy. So what are those feelings that you get, and harbor that as what makes you happy. It can be a sense of challenge. Reflect on those moments when you feel that happiness, that challenge, that spark of love and enjoyment for what you're doing. Think about it. What made you feel that way? What in the process was it that made you feel that way? Was it the end result that you saw, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did this. I want to keep trying to do this. And the people that you spend your time with, that really is important. I mean, if those people bring out the values that you harbor within yourself, that you love, things you love about yourself and are learning that you love about yourself, keep hanging out with them, and they probably are also really happy to spend that time with you. All right, trust your gut. Now, trust that feeling that you're like, I don't know if this is right, but something keeps telling me that I should do this. I keep seeing the same thing over and over. And maybe that's a sign that I should do it. Oh, but you know, I don't know if I really should. Do it, guys. Trust that gut. So we all have what's called kind of the sense of intuition, that we know what we should do. We kind of have this feeling that we should do it, but there's something that's bogging us down. Go and do it, please. You'll thank yourself. If you make mistakes along the way, if you find it's a failure, that is all part of the process. That this leads us into the third one I have for us, which is believe everything happens for a reason. So everything that you do, there's a reason for all of it. And this goes in line with shifting your thinking. So one of the things that has helped me so much in life is to shift my thinking. Rather than seeing the negative, see the control I have in it to make it positive. So coping skills are a big thing, a really big thing. How you cope with things. Do you dwell in it? Do you think, oh, why me? Why did this happen? Look how messed up I am, or what have you. I hope you don't think that, because that is not the case. And I hope I didn't just trigger something for you guys, because that is something that was a big thing for me back then. And yep. That's why I'm so happy for where I've come now, and why I want to share it with you guys, that I've come up from a place of really being extremely inconfident, and I could not be talking to you guys like this at all. I could not be talking to any of my friends like this, but this is truly who I am, how I am, what makes me me, and what makes me smile. And I mean, I am not one to toot my own horn back in those days for sure. But now, regardless of how I look, I am so happy with everything, with how I look, with all the faces I make, the weirdness I have. I will show you what I am because that is what I am, and I'm happy and proud to be as I am. And so many times, as I used to edit my videos a lot, but I'm like, why edit it? Because that's me in my raw moment that I'm trying to cut out. No, I mean, if you don't like it, you know, just forward the video. I can't see it, so I'm okay. Even if I could see it, I'll be like, oh, totally do you guys. Do what you think is best for you. If you don't like that, yeah, I'd skip it too. So please do know that I am rooting for you guys, and however that is for you. And if you like this video, please do like and please do subscribe to my channel to share with everyone that it's important to just be you. Oh my gosh, I just said be you. Oh, sorry. Well, go back to the beginning where it says define what happiness is to you and understand what be you is. That's why you're watching this video, so I can say be you, right? Alright. So believe everything has a reason. Now, I said shift your thinking, turn the negative into a positive, see that you have control over things. That can be really hard in the beginning, so what I'm saying here is the very foundation of it all. Believe that everything happens for a reason. Believe that maybe you didn't get the job because of a good reason. Maybe that's not really the job that's meant for you. And there's things around you that are telling you that you didn't follow your intuition. You went for that job because it has better benefits, better this, better that, but it's not really going to make you happy. Happiness will get you to many places. When you're happy at your job, my dad taught me this actually, that I could have done art if I wanted to. If I am happy doing it, that happiness will manifest itself into something more and get me into bigger opportunities and just have me constantly want to grow and build myself. And it's going to make me happy within the work, within my own family, within my own relationships, finding the person for me, and it has. And that's why thank you to my dad for that. It was a special moment. Yes, thank you to my dad for that, and I hope you guys also have that person who gives you that wisdom and can share that with you. And then third, we have don't give yourself away. And I don't necessarily just mean this in scandalous ways, guys, you know, just don't think that. I mean it as assess your values, know what is important to you, and if someone else is telling you to change those values, is that really what you want? Is that really where you should be? Don't give all of yourself away to tasks that you're doing, to jobs that you don't feel are right for you. Again, maybe you didn't listen to your intuition the first time, but you always have things happen for a reason, and they're lessons to be learned. They're opportunities to grow. See it as that. If you fell at something, it's an opportunity to grow. If you made a mistake in something, it's a lesson to be learned. Move forward. But I mean, take those lessons and cherish those moments, and cherish them by moving into the next place that you should be, that you could be. Alright, and the last point is kind of combined. So, trust yourself. In order to trust others, in order to build those strong relationships and to know that you're getting yourself down the right path and to trust your intuition, is to give yourself that breath, that take a step out of whatever chaos is happening and see what your strengths are, what makes you keep going in your day, and trust that the only person really who can get you through it is you. You have so much capacity, and you may just as well not see it. Alright, so I'm gonna give this background story for myself to you guys because that is part of how I learned to trust myself. Something had told me, my intuition had told me to start YouTube because, or maybe not necessarily start YouTube, but to get myself to get over myself. And I'm like, I don't know how to do that. Tell me, show me. And something kept saying, I see all these YouTube videos. I am in love with so many of the YouTubers out there, in a sense of like, I admire them so much, I want to be like them. Well, that's very likely me projecting that that's what I want, but I don't feel I can do it, so I'm just gonna admire and look from afar in awe. But if you're watching this video and thinking, oh yeah, I feel the exact same way, well, one, thank you. But two, that's because you need to get yourself out there. So while you like and subscribe to this video, go ahead and share that. If you're gonna start a YouTube video, feel free to share your YouTube channel in my comments below. And because guys, I want you to do what's gonna be making you guys happy. And if that is starting your own YouTube video and sharing it through my channel, go for it. Guys, do what you need to, because if you're happy, oh gosh, I'm happy. Alright. And so also in trusting yourself, it's shifting again from you being the victim to you having so much that you can do. It's amazing what you can do. Being a victim, sometimes it can be the case, but it's when you put yourself in the role of victim, it almost makes yourself feel like you can't do as much. Like there's some sort of limitation. But when you put yourself in the power, in the sense that you are empowered and that this happened to you, but not woe, always you, more, gosh, this happened to me, I gotta get myself out of this. I don't want to be stuck in this forever. Do it. Get yourself out of that, because you've got absolutely so much potential. Get yourself into that state of where you will be. If you want to know more from me about my experience with all of this and how I realized I didn't finish my story. So I started YouTube with much hardship. I was crying for days because I had absolutely no confidence, had absolutely no sense of self and value and self-worth and all of that, and tried to make YouTube happen. I was starting from a wrong place. Where I needed to start from were my strengths. I looked inward because I had this goal that I needed to get out to you guys, that occupational therapy and that spreading positivity was such an important thing. How do I do this? I have a lot to offer. How do I share to you guys how you can better yourselves and that you have a lot to offer? If I'm out here, dude, you guys gotta put yourself out here, because I am just one of the many like little whatever. So I started doing YouTube and shed so many tears over it because I felt so inconfident. And in finding myself through all of this and doing YouTube, I kept finding myself and thinking, wow, I guess I kind of am okay in saying this. Oh, I guess I do know stuff. And so it's not until you reflect and you do things that you really get to know yourself. So again, the ultimate takeaway point in all of this is find yourself, turn inwards while balancing that with doing things. So I had the goal of doing YouTube. I had a result, but the process was my ultimate getaway, gift to myself. Finding who I am in the process, what I like about myself, what I feel really I jive with, and that I'm okay being me, and I'm okay with doing this because that is me. I found what makes me happy by doing YouTube, by seeing myself live in action, by overcoming the obstacles that I knew were a big thing for me. And that's one of the strengths that I hold for myself. Again, I found that out through turning inwards. One of my strengths is to take on challenges. I know I can handle challenges. And I know that even though I'll cry through it, that's part of the journey for me. So I'm not saying all of you guys gotta go and cry, have hard cries and hardships. No, I'm saying that you do it as you can. We are working at different levels, and you may find something works for you now, and maybe you'll find later in a few years you want to challenge yourself more. Well, come back on to this video and redefine what happiness is to you. Okay, so guys, thank you. Oh, wait a second. I have a last tip for you guys. And that is live like you are dying. That is the ultimate tip that I have for myself, and we're 20 minutes in, so I won't go too far into this. This is actually a big thing for me, and there's many layers to it. Live like you're dying. Now, it doesn't mean just jump in and do things on a whim and follow your ego. No. Don't go stripping in front of others or like harassing others. That is not what live like you're dying is. It is do things that you will not regret later in life, that you are going to be fine to go to die in that moment, because you're dying happy. You're fulfilling what makes you you, and you're fulfilling what is going to help you belong better into society, if that's important to you, and fit better into what is just us. Thank you guys so much. If you want to know more about my take on live like you're dying, please do like and subscribe to this our community of OT Life Hacker, and write in the comments below if you want more stuff like this. I would love to know if you want that video on live like you're dying, what I mean by that, and what more I can offer tips wise for you. Please do share in the comments below, and again, like and subscribe, share this video with others, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye! Out from OT Life Hacker. Happy New Year!